Can someone with a broken past, someone who has literally committed the worst sin that you can think of, can he or she become God's choosing leader for his people? Can your past affect your present? Do you feel that you have done something at the past that is not good enough to shaping your present day, that has led to you suffering for what you are doing today? Imagine being raised by the most powerful person on earth, and all of a sudden you are cut off that person simply because of one singular act. Imagine you are running from that person who sees you as a son because of one offense or the other. Imagine you as a person living a life that is not worth it, and you decide, and God decide to use you for his own purpose. Imagine seeing your people suffering and you cannot render any help. Imagine standing up to save your people and they are shouting and fighting against you. This was the case of Moses, whose past almost destroyed his future, but God still selected him as the leader of his people. Welcome to Bible Study with Nancy. This is a channel where we learn about God's words. If you are not subscribed to our channel, please do well to subscribe to our channel. Press the like button, drop a comment for us, and continue to help us to grow. Most of us feel like our mistake has benched us. The mistake you committed years back has taken you away from the way of God. You are now standing on your own, looking as if you have nobody. Most of us feel that our mistake has taken us from the life of Christ, has taken us away from that place that Christ has placed us. Yes, it may have, but there is still an opportunity for you to return. Some of us believe that God cannot use them because of what you have done in the past. But if you go back to the scripture carefully, God chooses those he wants to work with, not minding the sin or the atrocity they have committed. Paul was a killer of Christianity, but God chose him. Moses was a murderer, but God still chose Moses. What is that thing you have committed that you feel that God cannot use you? I am here to tell you that God can still use you. Forget about your past and stand up for your present. Now, what are the three acts of Moses? Let's learn something from this. Moses' first 40 years on earth, he felt that he was somebody. He felt that, good, I am a person. He was living in Pharaoh's house, grew up in Pharaoh's house, ate food made for kings and queens, princes and princesses. He lived a life of a big man in 40 years. Then the next 40 years of his life, Moses felt like nobody, that things were crumbling. He left the palace and came to a place, came to the field, started raising sheep, started taking care of rams. And the last 40 years of Moses' life, Moses saw and watched how God can use a nobody to save an entire nation. You may feel you are a nobody. You may feel you have no value. You may feel you are not anybody because you are poor, because you are not spiritually agile, because you are not yet a Christian. But I am here to tell you that God can still use you. God can make use of you as a nobody if you start giving God the opportunity. If you feel you are in the middle stage, just like Moses, where he was a nobody, then pay key attention to this. Your past has not disqualified you. Rather, your past is developing you. Moses knew that he was more than what he was. After being taken by Pharaoh's daughter, brought back to the palace, grew up in Pharaoh's house as a prince, and he killed one of the Egyptians' army, and he fled for his life. Moses knew that this is not all. There is still a plan for me. Moses saw the suffering of the Israelites. He saw how they suffered. He saw how they were maltreated. He saw how they were flogged. He saw how they were tormented. How they put so much pressure on them to work. These were his people, but he could do nothing at a particular time. Now, when it was time for him to do something, he killed one of the Egyptians. Moses did not kill that man by mistake. It was all in God's plan. God wanted Moses to learn leadership in Pharaoh's house, learn leadership in the bush, and return back and lead his people. Without killing that man, he wouldn't have learned leadership from the bush. Having a calling does not mean you have the character to obtain that calling right now. Moses had a calling, but the character to meet up to that calling was not there. So God developed him. Are you undergoing that development with God? Are you allowing God to push you through that way? Any hardship, any situation you find yourself, they are all preparing you for something better. Continue going just as Moses was going. Continue working just as Moses was working, and things will get better. Do you feel that you have messed up your destiny? Do you feel that you have misused God's given opportunity? You are not wrong feeling that way. But no, your past does not define your future. What happened yesterday does not define tomorrow. You can correct it with your actions today. That was exactly what Moses did. Now, here's your comfort. Let me comfort you. God uses imperfect people. God does not use those who are perfect. David was not perfect. David was a sinner. Jacob was not perfect. Joshua was not perfect. Peter was not perfect. Even Paul was not perfect. Mention as many as you want to mention. They were all not perfect, but God still used them. Your imperfection is what God is looking for, to make you a perfect being. Now, 40 years later, after he left Pharaoh's house, and he has trained himself in the wilderness, he has trained himself in the bush, taking care of sheep, taking care of cattle. Then God appeared to him in a burning bush and spoke to him, called him Moses, and sent him back to Egypt. Moses looked back. That same Egypt. God, please. But God told Moses, you shall go back and talk to Pharaoh. Moses was going back to his fear. Moses was going back to that place that he believed he has offended God. He has offended man, and nothing can change it. Moses was going back to his terror, his past terror. But God said, Moses, go back. Speak to Pharaoh. Talk to Pharaoh to let my people go. That was 40 years later. Imagine after the training. Moses stood up, gave God excuses. God, I'm a stammerer, I cannot speak. God gave him Aaron. That go with Aaron. Aaron will do the speaking. Moses was still scared. Even after God has showed him so many signs that I am with you, you can do it. I am no longer holding your past against you. Your past is not standing against you. You are standing against yourself. Your excuses are standing against you, not your past. Now, after that message, Moses said, God, who am I? Moses was insecure. He went on to say, what if they don't believe me? Moses was scared of rejection. And he went on to say again, I am slow to speech. He was scared that he was not adequate for the job. Do you feel you are not adequate for this job? You are. Do you feel that they will reject you? God is making them listen to you. Do you feel that you are a nobody? Where they are, God will raise you, even as a nobody, to speak to kings and men. Your fear and your self-doubt would never cancel divine calling. God has called you divinely for a purpose. No wonder I told Jeremiah that even before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. I have a purpose for you. God has a purpose for you. Don't allow fear and self-doubt to ruin those purposes. Moses focused on his errors. Moses focused on his weaknesses, but God focused on his sovereignty. Moses focused on his past, but God focused on his presence. Are you still focusing on your weaknesses? God is focusing on your strength. Are you still focusing on your past? God is focusing on your present. God eventually told Moses, I will be with you. This shows that God does not call the equipped. God equipped those he called. So if God has called you, God will equip you. God will give you everything needed to do his work. If God has given you life, God will give you everything needed to be alive. So don't be scared. Don't doubt yourself. If you feel unqualified with what is in front of you, congratulations. You are exactly like Moses, but God made him qualify for the work. God is making you qualify for this work. You are not unqualified. Moses went back to the very place he fled from. The very place he ran from. That place that he ran from because of what he did, he went back there. Imagine the fear that will be in his eyes. Imagine the fear that will be in his mind. But God said, I will go with you. Do you have fear that you cannot start that business? Do you have doubt that you will not excel in that thing you want to do? Do you have fear that if you go into this, if you become a Christian, things will get worse? Do you have fear that if you take that bold step, that things will not go well? Let go of that fear. You are qualified. God is with you and God will lead you. Your past is a past chapter. Your present is a new chapter. Write good things on your present chapter and let go of your past chapter. God is still working. God is still doing things. Moses forgot about the past and God used him mightily. God will still use you mightily if you give him your time, if you give him all that he needs to use you. Now let me challenge you today. Let's end by me challenging you. We all have one thing that we have in our past that is holding us down. We all have that ghost in our closets. We all have that thing we are keeping as a secret that is holding us down. This is time for you to stand up and move ahead of it. I want you to do two things. One, I want you to, in the comment section, drop one fear or one challenge, one thing that you have done that is hurting you and you want to change from. Drop it. Talk to God about it on the comment section. Let's know and we'll pray together. We'll pray as a team and God will surely answer you and move you above that pass. Two, if you know someone who is struggling with guilt and challenge and feel that they have missed their chances, send them this video and make them understand that watching this video will give them hope that they have not missed their chances, that there is still opportunity for them. Don't let the enemy use your past to hold your destiny hostage. Don't do it. If you have learned something from this video, please do well to subscribe to our channel. Press the like button, drop a comment for us, and please share this video. Till we come your way again, bye for now.